"They've lost our truffles," said Princess Alice, "that Blesma sent to Kensington Palace." The ladies-in-waiting were waiting as well. "If you know where they've gone, then give us a bell at the palace." The tree had gone up, and the greenery too. At Christmas there's always so much to do. And this is the time for that annual treat when need and extravagance finally meet at the palace. "Ring up the shop and ask them to check," said the ladies-in-waiting. "We fear for the neck of the person who signed for the truffles, it's true, but now we hear Zoe, poor girl, has the flu in the palace." At Fortnum's they wondered, and then they asserted that the truffles arrived, but the place was deserted. "Our lad left them round at the back with the bins, amongst all the rubbish and bottles and tins from the palace." They searched every corner of Kensington Palace, but nowhere a truffle for poor Princess Alice, until it is rumoured a box was espied, from Blesma perhaps that had come from outside to the palace. "Excuse me, your dukeship, your honour, your grace," said the lady-in-waiting, a smile on her face, "but are those our truffles you're giving your ma, the ones that arrived here from Fortnum's by car at the palace?" "I'm sorry, dear lady, but these are my own. As you see, they're from France, from the region of Beaune. The truffles you seek must be elsewhere instead. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to my bed in the palace." The ladies-in-waiting were resigned to their lot. "No truffles for Christmas. But look what we've got. Black magic from Charlie and mints from the Queen." Their joy was a picture, a sight to be seen at the palace. But upstairs the princess was having a hum. "I don't care for Christmas. It leaves me quite numb. I hate all my presents, and all that rich food ends up in a migraine and then a bad mood in the palace." Oh, what a kerfuffle for lack of a truffle! The ladies-in-waiting, though each had a snuffle, went backwards and forwards and sideways and upwards with mustards and bustards and kettles and custards in the palace. But none could entice the princess to join in, while below all the courtiers made such a din that the guardsman on duty could barely doze off to avoid standing straight in his box for a toff at the palace. At last it was over, and come the 12th night, Princess Alice, poor soul, looked a terrible sight. "Send for more truffles from Fortnum's at once. The princess is failing. Don't stand like a dunce in the palace." "I'm sorry, milady, there are none left in stock. I'm afraid Princess Alice is in for a shock. I suggest every cupboard and cranny is searched, just in case, on a shelf, your 3 boxes are perched in the palace." Once more all the footmen and ladies-in-waiting returned from the park, where they'd gone for the skating, and wearily wandered in greatcoat and duffel, sighing, "Oh, for the sight of just one single truffle in the palace." "Your honour, your ladyship, quick as you can." At the sound of these words, the whole entourage ran to the source of the summons, where, lo and behold, were 3 boxes each labelled "From Blesma" in bold at the palace. By now, Princess Alice was kept from her bathing, in case with the water she disappeared waving, as down to the seaside, and thin as a rake, she slipped down the plug-hole with suds in her wake from the palace. But then she heard cheering and somebody shouting what the doctors had told her she didn't mind flouting. She leapt from her bed like a newborn gazelle, released at long last with an almighty yell at the palace. Then, dressed in her finest with all decorations, she descended the stairs to greet her relations, her footmen and servants and ladies-in-waiting, the household division, and one naval rating in the palace. A fanfare rang out, and the doors opened wide. Then the 6 royal trumpeters stood to the side, and in came a banner plus crest at the top, saying,